Hello, residents of the universe. Welcome to Ways to Human. My name is AJ. In middle school, I was taught that gravity was a pull force. In my mind, I visualized the Earth pulling everything towards it, like a magnet. I've held on to that concept throughout my whole life. A few years ago, when I began homeschooling my child, we were watching videos by Neil deGrasse Tyson explaining Einstein's theory of relativity. I was absolutely shocked when I realized that what I had learned as a kid was completely wrong. Learning about the fabric of space-time and the curvature that causes items to sort of roll towards the Earth shattered my entire life's understanding of gravity. But rather than expecting gravity to adjust to my understanding of it, I opened my mind to this new evidence and adjusted my mindset accordingly because I understood that what I had learned in childhood had been extremely oversimplified to be. This is actually very common. An analysis of science textbooks widely used in high schools around the United States revealed that none of them clarified the difference between biological sex and gender. They also failed to explain the many factors that determine biological sex, focusing on the typical misconception that XX chromosomes means you're a female and XY means you're a male. When examining college level textbooks, we noticed a consistent emphasis on differentiating biological sex from gender. These books provide an in-depth description of several factors that affect biological sex determination. These include brain structure, several individual genes, and fetal hormones that produce a variety of internal and external characteristics that develop before birth. That biological sex and gender are different. There are multiple layers that determine each, making them both a spectrum. These distinctions are well established in the scientific community. They are recognized by the largest health organization on the planet, the World Health Organization, and these concepts have been understood for decades. They are definitely not something new. By admitting our fifth grade level understanding of biology is inaccurate or incomplete, we recognize the need to upgrade our knowledge of the subject. We then adjust our mindset to welcome that new information. The continuous evolution of science profoundly influences various aspects of our society. It shapes our behavior and interactions with one another, either encouraging unity or causing division. In the past, lack of scientific understanding led to the classification of homosexuality as a mental illness. But in 1973, the American Psychiatric Association removed the diagnosis of homosexuality from the diagnostic manual due to scientific research findings evidence that is partly genetic. Hundreds of genes influence sexual behavior. Most humans are ashamed to show their genitals in public, going very far to make sure that they're covered up with fabric material. Some people draw the boundaries of private parts further than others, covering their cleavage, their shoulders, their knees, wrists, neck, and even their faces. The higher the religiosity, the less skin you're encouraged to show. Yet, those same people demand to know what genitals someone has before they use the restroom, or demand that everyone must wear clothing that aligns with the biological sex they were assigned at birth. This is actually very interesting because fashion has been quite lively for men during most of history. Did you know that heels were invented for men? First worn in the 10th century as a way to help the Persian soldiers keep their shoes in their stirrups. Kings wore them as a sign of wealth and power. Nail polish was used by Chinese emperors to show high status. Jewelry indicated wealth. Even medieval knights wore jewelry. The Greek and Romans wore togas. The Egyptian pharaohs wore scanty, a loincloth similar to kilts or a skirt. I could go on and on. But let's just say that male clothing has never been masculine. The lack of understanding of transgender people today highlights the harmful effects this lack of proper biology education has had on our society. Improving our understanding of the differences and intersections of human anatomy, biological sex, gender, and sexual orientation empowers us to make more informed decisions when voting on legislations that affect LGBT people, as well as how we treat and truly accept them. There is a big difference between acceptance and tolerance. Unfortunately, transgender people are not accepted, they are tolerated. I want to live in a world that truly accepts everyone. Until next time, don't forget to like and subscribe.